Hello and welcome. This video contains conversations about poop and periods and blood and all sorts of fun things. So if you don't want to stick around, click next. TMI. Okay, let's get started. I want to talk about periods and pooping and IBS and how much it sucks. I'm just coming off my period and I've noticed some really weird periods I've had, and they're very uncomfortable. I mean, periods that are uncomfortable at the best of time, but pooping have been a huge challenge. It's extremely urgent anytime I have to go. Anytime. And it's been incredibly painful, and it feels like you're never quite finished. Like you've always got a little bit that you still have to go, and it's not actually coming out. It was really weird. And then today it just felt like it all came out, and I was on there forever, and it just felt like my stomach just emptied, which is the first time it's done that in a week. Probably TMI, but just super strange. And I don't know if it's the weather cycles that are changing my periods or changing the way that they make my digestion feel. It's always been really rough. I've always had IBS, I've always had celiac, it's always been a struggle on periods. But recently it's just been, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so painful every time I have to use the washroom. And then even the period pain feels like poop pain for a week. So much fun. The one thing that's really saved me though is my bidet. I am so fortunate to have a bidet in my house that I can use anytime I'm home, working from home. Thank goodness. I can use it anytime. I have a portable bidet for when I have to go to the office or I have to go out, and that's very helpful. Very helpful when you're on your period. Washes all that ick away, that grossness. It's just really nice to have that. And I also find it helps with the bladder infections afterwards, because I always found that I used to get a bladder infection every time I got my period. And I think it was because I was constantly going to the washroom and then constantly having to change my pad or my tampon or my cup or whatever you use. It would just the consistency of always having to do that. I found I would get UTIs fairly frequently. I guess it kind of comes with the territory of always having to go to the bathroom, always pooping. But since I've got the bidets, knock on wood, no UTIs. I don't know if you struggle with this kind of stuff, or if you have period pains or IBS struggles when you're on your period, or if you find these things too. I mean, heat always helps. But it's a hard, you bloat, right? But I think it's just the extra bloating makes it just harder to go to the bathroom. Maybe I'm bloating more than I normally am. It's just really weird. It's probably a really weird conversation to have, but it's just things that I've been noticing on my period. And I know I've had people ask in the past about my period and documenting my period on my IBS and things like this. So I'm just kind of sharing experiences. I have a really hard time doing it in the moment. I have a hard time getting my portable bidet filled with water before I have to go to the bathroom, let alone trying to film any of it, because it's just so urgent all the time. It's just in an extreme. I have a very difficult time just going through all those changes and stuff and having to film it at the same time, just with my body. Way too much. I have a hard time getting the bidet out and filled, ready to use before I have to use it. no time. Like literally no time. I don't know. Things that just seem to be happening to me.